This is Bob, and welcome to the Higher Way podcast. And today's guest is an old pal of mine, Manny. And we have something well, shall I say, a person specifically who was a good mutual friend of ours, who sort of brought us together, I guess, in a way. And that was, of course, Pimu. And what's today, Manny?
That's Mr. Pimu's birthday. Master Pimu.
It would have been.
What a legend.
Yeah. How old would he have been? I'm just trying to work out now. 60? 69?
Probably 69, yeah, 69.
Yeah, 69th birthday today, if he was still with us. And of course, quite a few of the guys listening to this podcast will know who I'm talking about when I say Pimu. If you don't, shame on you. Probably one of the best Muay Thai coaches certainly that I've ever met. But this is not about me, or it will be about Pimu, I'm sure. It's about you, Manny. So how did we get together again? It was in a calf, wasn't it?
So probably about 8 years ago now.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not long ago.
Yeah.
And we're still in touch. Unbelievable. So about 8 years ago, you contacted my cousin Juggy.
Yeah.
Paul, because you had some mutual gyms together. You working together on that one.
That's right.
And because I was with Jake Paul at the time, I just came along.
Yeah.
We met we just went for a coffee, really.
We did went for a coffee. I remember.
I think it was in Sandwell.
Yeah. You're right.
I'm not mentioning the name of the place because they don't deserve a mention.
No advertising on here. Not free anyway, not free.
Yeah, of course. Mind you, we don't want anything from that place anyway. But so you two got chatting and we said hello, quick introductions, and it's mainly about you two guys. And we didn't really talk that much at that time.
Just general conversation, wasn't it?
Yeah, and more about you two, how you're going to work together in the gyms, because you're doing a lot of teaching for his gym at that time.
That's right.
And going from there. So, yes, strange how that happened, but then after that, found out I had cancer.
Yeah, that must have come as a bit of a shock.
Yeah, it was, because they told me I had 3 months to live.
Yeah.
So that's how we met.
So we briefly met. You obviously knew that I was into Muay Thai and martial arts, the same as your cousin.
Well, I didn't know anything about Muay Thai. I knew you were into martial arts because I never knew anything about Muay Thai. The only thing I did when I was young was karate.
Oh, okay. So traditional sort of karate,
So you're half an inch away from a person's face when you're punching, and so how hard? I didn't research Thai boxing or Muay Thai or anything like that. I thought, I didn't really need it, and I'm not interested.
Yeah,
strange.
It was strange what happened.
Yeah, exactly. So so that's how it went from there. So
you had this coming back to that, because you had this diagnosis of cancer, right?
Yeah.
A few months, I guess, after we met.
That's right.
And obviously that's going to turn anybody's world upside down, specifically when they say you've got 3 months left. And I mean, it's 8 years on and you're still here. So
yeah, it's a miracle. Nothing can kill me. So for a week I started praying. So they took a biopsies, usual cameras everywhere. And for a week I started praying, making up my own gods, praying to every single god, became very multicultural.
Right.
I cried for a day, every day for a week.
Right.
It took me a week to get over it. And thinking these doctors are only going by research of what they've seen in the past. So if I keep on thinking negative thoughts, I probably will die in 3 months.
Right.
So I packed my bags and went traveling like you normally do, like any normal sane person does.
Yeah.
And my thought behind that was, if I'm going to die, I'm not going to die in this country.
Right. Okay.
They're just too expensive.
Right.
I can get the travel insurance to pay for it at least. That's probably the better way of thinking of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So if anybody's listening, that's what you need to do. Travel insurance.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So packed my bags, went traveling, and 3 months down the line, I'm still traveling. I'm still living, still alive, because I'd totally forgotten about the cancer.
Oh, okay. So you sort of put it in the back of your mind.
Yeah. So I went a bit of a vegetarian diet as well.
Okay.
Cut out anything like dairy products, which are hard to process, bread. So any gluten is hard to process for the body.
Right.
So it's a very strict, not strict, but vegetarian diet.
Yeah.
I had eggs. So it's good.
Yeah.
But I just kind of lived my life without thinking about the cancer. And every so often, the pain would come back. So the pain would be like acid burn. So if I ate something which was not good for my body, it's like acid's burning through the whole colon.
Right. Okay. So that was like a warning. Like,
yeah, exactly. To say I'm still here, and you're buggered. Simple as that.
Yeah.
So I carried on my travels. I bought round the world tickets. One of the stops was in Bangkok.
Right. Yeah.
So I just come from Laos. So Laos, Vientiane is a really peaceful town, beautiful. Straight into Bangkok, first time ever. Hated the place.
It's a
hated
city.
The place.
Yeah.
It's just it's a crash on the senses.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, like so it's a crash on the senses. I didn't want to go out of the hotel for at least a day to try and climatize. So finally got out of the hotel, and strange enough, I got a text message from Jag. So he'd been talking to you.
That's right. Yeah.
And you said to him, but if your cousin Manny's in Bangkok, tell him to go to this gym. So I went to see Pimu, or at that time, as I knew him, not Master Pimu, just like, who's this guy? Nothing, He probably doesn't know what he's on about. It's like, Muay Thai, what's all this about? It's nothing special. I do karate. I can easily beat these people up.
Yeah.
And so I went to see Master Pimu, and first he just massive smile on his face, and he's questioning me. He says, "Oh, you know Bob?" I said, "No, I don't really know Bob." "Okay, how you get my details?" "Through Bob." "You know Bob?" "I don't really know Bob. I just met him in brief." "Okay, you know Tony?" "No, I don't know Tony." "You know Cherie?" "I don't know Cherie." "You know anybody?" "No."
No.
"You know Muay Thai?" "No, I did karate." "Oh." so that's the reaction. That's the reaction it got. And so straight into it, he said, "Okay." I had a tracksuit, some trainers. I put the tracksuit on. 39, 40 degrees, and that's exactly what you wear in that weather. You wear a tracksuit.
Yeah.
And he said, "Okay, run." So, really? So I'm about 97 kilos, about 15 and a half, 16 stone at that time.
Yeah.
And running is not, come on. Running's not my thing.
Yeah.
Walk, run, no chance.
Okay.
So where WPT was in Navamin. I think it was 168 or 169, Navamin 169 or something.
Yeah.
And off Ramintra. So I remember it well. And so there's like a block you run around. And there's some smelly parts to it. There's like a butcher on the corner where you can smell all the dead chickens, and they're cutting up all the meat in front of you. So you do run past that place.
Yeah.
And then there's a garbage area where you run past as well. And then so I was walking. I thought, I'm not running for anybody. No. This guy is telling me to run. I'm not running for anybody. It's 39, 40 degrees. Am I crazy? So he comes behind me in the moped.
Yeah, of course.
He comes behind me in the moped. I said, "What?" He says, "I told you to run." "Yeah, but I don't run. I'm walking." "Okay, I'll walk faster." No. You need to run. Okay, brings out this stick. "What?" "If you don't run, I will hit you." "Are you serious?" I've come here to train, to have a good time. I'm on holiday. I'm traveling the world. I don't want to get beaten up. I could have stayed at home for that.
Yeah.
And so he hit me a couple of times. So I started running. And next thing I know, then back at the camp. So he's told me to do 20 laps.
Uh-huh.
And so 2 laps later, I went back to the gym.
Yeah.
He goes, okay, do some shadow boxing. So, okay. And I tried some shadow boxing. He looked at me with a big frown. He was disappointed.
Yeah.
He was very disappointed. He says, "You've not done Muay Thai?" I said, "No, I've never done it. I never heard of this sport. What is it?" And he just looked at me real like as if he was going to kick me out of the gym.
Yeah.
But that's not Pimu. You know that. That's not Pimu at all. So he's got a lot of patience. That's really nice. And from there, I did some because I don't think he knew I was going to stay. So initially I was only going to stay for 3 days.
Okay. So initially I
was only going to stay for a lesson.
Yeah.
Which ended up being 3 days long.
Yeah.
And so he didn't really pay that much attention to me because All Friends Square, he gets a lot of people coming for one session and that's it, or a week or a few months or whatever. So you've experienced that as well.
Yeah.
So he didn't want to not waste time, but he didn't want to spend too much time on me, just in case I'm there just for one session and going from there. So the afternoon session. So afterwards, I had a shower and Chun made some amazing food.
Yeah.
She asked me my diet. I said vegetarian. She frowned as well, and she said, "Do you like chili?" Obviously, the cancer was really bad at that time. I said, "No, I can't have chili. It's got to be bland." He said, "Yeah, but Indian people like spicy food." So I didn't want to mention the cancer to anybody because you get a lot of people walking around you like they're treading on eggshells. So
I've
very
seen
careful
that.
what you say. And so it went from there. So I didn't want to say anything.
Right.
And I didn't want Pimu to take advantage. Yeah, just be easy on me.
Yeah.
So I had some amazing food, really, really tasty food. And I stayed for the afternoon session. And the afternoon session, he says, "Okay, you're going to spar." So I thought, I've done karate. I can spar. It's no big deal. How hard can it be?
How hard?
How hard can it be? So at that time, it was in the heyday of Pimu's gym. There was lots of Thai trainers, a lot of Thai teachers, a lot of Thai students. So there's this 6-year-old, really skinny Thai kid there. And he didn't look like much. I thought, come on, 15.5, 16 stone. There's a 6-year-old there.
Yeah.
I could probably, punch him clean out with a right hook and that's it. So I've gone in with a massive ego. And bowed. And I'm there straight in my karate stance, long stance. And I got a kick in the shin.
Oh, okay.
I was on the floor crying. I don't want to admit this, but I was on the floor crying.
A 6-year-old.
Okay, by a 6-year-old. Yeah, exactly. So he kind of knocked the ego out of me.
Yeah.
Simple as that. I needed it. I needed that. And it made me respect him, respect the kid a lot more.
Right.
Simple as that. And it's a blessing in disguise. Because I got into the ring with massive ego, thinking that this skinny 6-year-old, I better take it easy on him. Within about 5 seconds, he's kicked me on the shin. His shins were like steel.
Yeah.
And everyone, the padman were laughing at me. And it's like, so I'm trying to hold back my tears. It's like, eyes were streaming. It's like, okay, this is good. I can get up from this.
Yeah.
Pimu said, okay, cancel this one. So I went back on the pads. And I went back for another 3 days.
So there was something about it then that, you know what I mean? It must have caught your attention or something. What made you stay? Because a lot of people, lesser people would like go, "Oh, I've had enough of this," and find a hotel somewhere.
I think it's more So at the end of the second session, I went back to the hotel in downtown Bangkok.
Right.
So I was taking taxis for the 3 days, and
oh, I see. So you staying in a hotel and coming.
Yeah, so I didn't stay in the accommodation.
So you didn't stay in the camp? No.
No, I didn't. So I mean, at that time it was like 65 baht to a pound. Things were cheap, and it was just a great. Yeah. Now it's about 40 baht to a pound.
Yeah.
And I think it's because Pimu had a lot of patience for me.
Right.
A lot of patience. In between the session, he sat me down. We talked. It wasn't about Muay Thai because he knew how to talk. He was a great guy, fantastic guy, and he had I had a lot of respect for him at the end of it. At the end of the first day, I had a lot of respect for him, a lot of respect for the fighters, especially when they look so damn skinny. You know, like I said to you, I've done karate. It's nothing special now. But at that time, I went in with a big head.
Yeah.
You know, how hard can this martial art be? It's nothing special. I never Googled it, which is probably the best thing I ever did. Never YouTubed it, never Googled it. Because if I did, I'd probably never end up there.
No, you probably would. No, that's true.
I would have been scared. I would have been scared.
Yeah. That's common. People do get scared off.
Yeah, and so just at the end of the first day, I fell in love with it. I fell in love with the whole basics of the camp, the basic instructions from Pimu.
Yeah.
But a lot of love. You could feel a lot of love at the end of the first day.
Right.
And the camp was nothing special, like you know. I didn't really have. Well, you could look around, but obviously I knew those rooms. I didn't look in the rooms. I saw the ring, the cooking area where Shun was. It's just basic. It's just simple. It wasn't one of these flashy gyms.
No, definitely not. Yeah. No. Which is what a lot of the gyms in Thailand are like now. They're very flashy, aircon, the latest equipment, which is fine if you've got really good coaches. And I mean,
exactly.
I know what you're saying about Pimu. He does have a lot of patience, spends a lot of time with people.
Yeah.
And once he's clicked, once that relationship starts, that's it, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's what the whole thing I just fell in love with. So went back for another 2 days, trained again. Absolutely loved it. And at that time, there wasn't really any Westerners. It was more about the Thais. There was just Thais there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. In the morning, I used to get there about 9 o'clock and not 6 o'clock, like you said.
Did you used to miss the run?
I missed everything. So, but it was just so calm and patient. He didn't care. He just didn't. He said, "Okay, yeah, you come at 9 o'clock. It's fine." It just he worked with me.
Yeah. Okay.
He wasn't strict about that, and he still made me do the run, which I walked.
Okay.
He still frowned. It was like a to and fro. So at the end of the 3 days, I absolutely loved it. But in passing, I said to him, "I'll come back in September to train for 3 months."
Right.
And at that time, he did not even mean it. I didn't. It was just one of those things you say in passing.
Yeah.
To please him, which is probably not a good thing to have done now in hindsight, but I'm glad I said that. So I carried on my trip, still alive. I've come back to England. I said to him, I'll go back in September. And like I said to you, I didn't even think anything of it. Came back to England. In June, he gave me a phone call on my mobile number. Now, I don't even know how he got my mobile number. Really don't know.
That is so Pimu.
Yeah. And next thing I know, Mandeep, my name's Mandeep, so Manny's a short name. Mandeep, you come back in September. What time I pick you up from the airport? So, wow. Okay, I can't really lie to the guy. And I don't want to say I wasn't really planning to go back.
Yeah.
So I said to him, I'll look into the flights and let you know. He said, okay, you do that. A week later, he rings me up again. Mandeep, have you looked into the flights? I thought, wow, this guy's serious.
Yeah.
So even then, until then, I never Googled him. And I never really Googled Muay Thai as well.
No.
Don't ask me why. Just one of those things I just didn't bother.
Yeah.
And so I booked my flights for September. And and I thought, because I'm not going to disrespect the guy. So
no.
Even from the young days, you always you're always taught to respect your teacher.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever martial art you're doing, you respect your teacher. And that's been embedded in me.
Uh-huh.
So Pimu's ringing me up. He's rang me up 2-3 times now. And for him to do that, it's a big thing. So I've got to respect him. I can't let him down.
Yeah.
And at that time, I still didn't know you properly. I didn't know Tony. I didn't know any of the other teachers who studied with Pimu. And but obviously it's just a one-to-one thing. So I booked my flights, let him know. In September, got to the airport. There's Pimu, Shun, and the kids were there.
So the family turned up.
The family turned up, and I thought, wow. It melted my heart. Melted my heart. So there's a guy I later knew him as First Gear. He was First Gear. His guy picked me up. So Pimu was with him, Sean, and the kids, and they're all right from Bangkok airport to the gym. Are you okay? Do you need water? Do you need anything? It's just so much love. I was nervous. I was shy because I never really met the family as well. And just like, there's this family here, big smiles on their face. Just so much love from the day one.
Yeah.
From the moment they picked me up, so much love and massive hug from Pimu. It's like, wow. And so got shown my room. When I got there, I think there was some of your lads there as well, already there. So there's about eight guys there.
Yeah.
One of my friends, she's from Florida at that time. She was there as well. So she got there a day earlier. And so I walk in, and there's these guys, tattoos, teeth missing. And I thought, okay, what have I let myself into?
Yeah.
So I was born in 73. So I was born with National Front.
Oh, yeah.
So National Front, tattoos, teeth missing, skinheads, big docks. And that's my growing up period.
Yeah.
So we used to get fights every day, and that's it. So I've turned up at this gym, and these guys all sat there, because they've just had their first training session.
Yeah.
They're sat there chilling, and they're like, wow. So my friend from America, she came and hugged me. And I thought, okay, at least I know one person here. She's friendly, and she's great, thank goodness. All the other guys came up to me, smiles, introduced themselves. I thought, wow, okay, cool. They don't look as scared when they train.
No, a good bunch of lads.
So we'll see. Yeah, there's some from your gym. Obviously, I didn't know. We trained with Bob, and I was who? Bob Spore? I think I remember that name. Obviously, so when going back to the 6-month trip, when I first started, I wanted to blog. I wanted to put a diary together of my blog. And so my handwriting is terrible. It'd be one of those things, I've written something down, I just won't be able to understand it. So I did a computerized blog, and because I was vegetarian, I wanted to make it, I didn't want to call it something like Mandeep Travels the World. I wanted something that people remember.
Yeah.
So through different things, it came up with Gay Goat.
Okay, which is a great name.
As in Happy Goat.
Happy Goat.
For not being eaten. But obviously there's connotations on the name gay. Yeah. So I walk in to the gym, and there's a guy called Simon Preedy.
Simon.
So at that time, it was normal to share rooms because there's like 2-3 beds in a room. So I walk in, Simon's there, and says, hi, my name is Mandeep. I've got a blog called Gay Goat. So he went from a big smile to what the look.
What's going on here?
Exactly. It's only afterwards I explained to him. I said, "Yeah, no, this is actually because of the blog." And they said, "Okay." Again, I didn't mention the cancer to anybody.
No,
because I didn't want any special favors, no treatment or anything.
So
like
even Pimu didn't know at this point.
No, he didn't.
No,
he didn't. And it's probably the best thing I ever did because, like I said, everyone treats you the same. Everyone treats you equal, and they're not careful about what they do or say.
Yeah.
So I remember. So I got there in the afternoon. In the morning by the time I got to the gym. And in the evening, they went down to Ratchadam Stadium.
Oh, right.
To see the fighters. And they said, come along. So I got tickets. I went along, and it was a bit of a waste because I still got jet lag, so I slept through half the fights anyway.
Yeah.
And the other half just bored me. I mean, it's great atmosphere.
Yeah.
And to see the Thais betting when they're not supposed to bet. It's a great atmosphere.
Yeah, there is a good atmosphere.
Yeah, so you're obviously in the front row where the foreigners are.
Yeah.
And all the Thais are on their backs, and I was more watching the Thais betting with all the hand gestures than anything else. Yeah. Half the fights I fell through. Sanchai was fighting that night.
Oh, right, okay.
So obviously I don't even know this guy. I don't know who Sanchai is.
No.
So I slept through his fight.
So
I thought,
fantastic.
So I went for a wander outside. I thought, okay, I need to keep awake somehow.
Yeah.
And went back to the gym. I thought nothing of it. And so in the morning, obviously 6 o'clock starts. Pimu's knocking the door. Tell everybody to wake up. Yeah. I thought, okay, I got to show some effort into this. So got running. And got walking.
Got walking, yeah.
Yep. Again, Pimu was on his moped with a stick.
Yeah.
And I was just really stubborn. I just wanted to walk. It's even at that time the heat's quite intense.
Oh yeah, it's horrendous, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So you go back to the gym, you're warming up as if I'm not warm enough as it is. Then I'm told to do. I'm told the basics. So I'm told do the stance. So a whole was spent learning the stance, learning the foundation, learning the basics.
Right. Okay.
So then I did that in front of the mirror for the whole morning session.
Right.
And learning, going forward, going back, sidewards.
Yeah.
And so before all this started, the day before, I wanted to pay Pimu for the first 3 months, all the 3 months altogether.
Yeah.
And that to me would have been more of a sign of a commitment to him. Pimu said, no, pay me later. But I wanted to get it over and done with.
Yeah.
So I'm committed to it as well. So the first session was just about the stance. I thought, okay, I'm going to get bored of this. All the other guys are sparring, clinching, which obviously I didn't know what clinching was before.
No.
And they were doing the pad work and everything. It was great, looked good. And but I was given this mirror. There's a mirror in front of me. Okay, you do this. That's all you're going to do. You come over, and Pimu was able to sit outside his accommodation and just watch everybody at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't know how he did it.
Yeah.
And he'd shout over to people, okay, you're doing this wrong. And then he'd come over to me, what you're doing, okay, no, you need to do this. And perfecting it. As if perfecting it down to the basics.
Yeah.
Real basics. Then obviously you have the food, great food, vegetarian food. Shouldn't just frowned again. And just relaxed. I can't relax during the day. I can't sleep or relax. So I went for a walk. Had a look around Nevermin. There's Lupini opposite Nevermin, which is more up-to-date shops, better toilets, which is quite good. So I used to go there. Nice coffee shops. And obviously, because the exchange rate was really good, we had a strong pound. We made use of it.
Yeah.
So went back, ready for the second session. I was given some shorts by Pimu who said, have these shorts, they'll help you better.
Yeah.
Second session starts, running again. So, oh no, okay, it's going to be tough. So I tried a few more. I went to 4 laps this time.
Right.
3 laps, 3.5 laps walking. Half a lap running.
Right. Okay. Well, that's an improvement, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And back to the mirror. You got to do the stance. You got to do movement. This carried on for a week.
Yeah. Also, he had you just in front of a mirror for a week.
For a whole week.
Wow.
And I thought, so obviously I thought, okay, this guy is taking the pee. I paid him for 3 months. He's got me doing this for a whole week. And so I didn't say anything back to him. Still respectful, but I thought, no, this is out of order. I can't be doing this a whole week.
Yeah.
The other guys are training, they're doing pad work, they're doing what martial arts should be.
Yeah.
I've been doing the whole stance for a week, moving forward, backwards. It's only 3-4 days later, he introduced punching. So stepping, punching, and learning that. So that carried on for a week. Sunday, you have a day off.
Yeah.
And I was really thinking about this. I thought, no, Pimu's, okay. So again, obviously, I never Googled him.
No.
Never looked into him. Didn't know what he knew about Muay Thai. I thought, okay, this is a joke. But I never went to him and said that. Just being respectful, really.
Yeah.
And because I paid for 3 months, I thought, okay, I got to stay for 3 months, otherwise I won't get my money back. Or so I thought. So Monday came on. I thought, okay, I'm going to do another session here of stance. I thought, no, I can't do this. But so you do the running. Then Pimu held pads for me.
Oh, okay.
He held pads for me, and at that time I didn't think much of it.
No. Looking
back now, and even later in my training, is a big thing for him to do.
Yeah, for the teacher.
So, and so he held pads for me. Punching, he's showing me the basics. He said, punching. He said, your stance is beautiful. Your stance is perfect. And because I did the foundation for a whole week, my foundation was absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it's so important. It's so important.
Yeah,
People don't realize why you have to do that.
And you know what? I didn't at all. I thought he's taking the joke here. He's earning some quick money, and this is not the way. But I realized afterwards. I realized on that Monday when he complimented my stance.
Yeah.
And I thought, wow. So introduce punches into that, hooks. And now, because obviously I'm a big lad, it's just upper body.
Yeah.
Punches, hooks, elbows, but more about the punches and hooks and perfecting them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But at this time, I started respecting him a lot more and understanding where he's coming from.
So that second week was like the turning point, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was just, he said you have to have the foundation right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, foundation.
It's what I say to my guys, you know. I said, if Pimu was alive and you went to train with him, he'd be making you Walk for 3 days. You don't know how lucky you've got it here, you know.
Exactly.
But some of my guys had trained with Pimu, and they'd come back and they would say the reason my foundation's good is because Pimu made me do it for 2 or 3 days, sometimes 4 days.
Yeah,
you know, so that everything is perfect.
Yeah.
Because like you say, Manny, quite rightly, you know, you got good foundations, you can't go wrong. You just, you know, it's fundamental, you know. So you're in your second week. So you're in your second week with Pimu now, and he's got
in my second week
punching and elbows.
Yeah,
and stuff.
He's got the small mitts. He's holding them.
Yeah.
So it's in my second week. I've started to still hate it. because it's intense
It's hard.
heat.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah.
Acclimatizing just to the heat itself
Yeah.
is a challenge. I'm drinking 6-7 liters of water a day.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely just gulping it down. And obviously he knows basically my end goal is to lose weight. And so I'm there on the fizzy drinks. I'm there with 2 bottles of Sprite in the fridge, which I'll tell you about later. That's another funny story. But so I'm training just upper body now, punches, hooks, not elbows yet. That was in the 3rd and 4th week.
Okay.
Slowly, I'm getting used to climatizing in the 2nd week and the latter half of the 2nd week, and just going from there. Really, having more conversations with Pimu. The lads were still there, and Chris McKenzie.
Oh, Chris,
Chris he was there as well. Yeah,
one of my lads.
Well. And so the lads were all there, and obviously more people come and go in the meantime. So I didn't really spend. It's more about I showed them they showed them the coffee shop. I've seen this coffee shop. We spent more time in the coffee shop.
Right.
Because there was air conditioning there, good coffees.
Yeah.
It's a really good coffee shop, very nice, and about 8-9 minutes walk from there.
Okay, right, yeah.
So not much time was spent outside training with Pimu or the family. But it's good. It's good. And the 3rd week came along. 4th week came along. I didn't lose. I was still 97 kilos.
Right.
So by the 4th week, I was training. Obviously, my training had improved. It's still upper body. It wasn't kicks or anything like that time. Still upper body. Still working on the foundations, getting it right. Obviously, when punching, you got to look at the distance as well, which is drilled into me.
Yeah.
Walking, side steps, distance, all the basics was just drilled into me. So for the first month, it was just pure basics. Pure basics. 3rd and 4th week, I got in. There's a padman called B. So he was training me, was teaching me with Pimu, having a very, very close eye.
Yeah.
Very close eye. So the 2nd month started. My running had improved a lot.
Yeah.
Running probably about 8-9 laps now, walking quite a bit.
Right.
In between sessions, I was still walking around, having a look around Ramintra, walking, taking the bus to Fashion Island, which was a shopping mall nearby.
Oh, okay.
So just breaking up the days as well.
Yeah.
A lot of the the students out there had already left.
Yeah.
So there's other students coming, going in the meantime. So showing them around as well.
So you're a bit of a tour guide as well.
Yeah, exactly. Because I like exploring. I like exploring and seeing what's around there. So that's kind of the first 2 weeks of the 2nd month. My training had improved, but it's still upper body. Still upper body. My weight had gone down to 95 kilos. So only 2 kilogram loss.
Okay.
And so the 2nd month, Shun was just doing a full tidy up of the rooms. Just keep him clean, everything. And she opens my fridge. She sees 2 bottles of Sprite. Straight to Pimu.
Oh!
Straight to Pimu. So I'm there. Yeah. Oh, wow. So I'm coming back from my walk. So Pimu is just sat there. So I'm walking back to my room. Mandeep, come here. He says, "What's this?" So, I like sugar. I like Sprite. I need something in this weather. He said, No. From now, you give up drinks. You give up fizzy drinks. No sweets. What we give you to eat, you eat that. And now with your water, you only have 1 liter there. Yeah, exactly.
Whoa.
So that's 1 liter, including training. So whereas before I was in between training sessions, in between training, You're just drinking. I was drinking
of course,
a lot. Obviously, you're sweating it out. So the third week of the second month, 1 liter a day. And that's it. It was strict. He's keeping an eye on me. And by that time, we started spending a lot more time together, one-to-one time together, because there was no other students. And so whole week we used to talk together, and it was just more about backgrounds, each other's backgrounds. And we gelled a lot.
Yeah.
Gelled a lot. Obviously I said, you know, in karate it's sensei, what do I call you, Urgent? He said, no, just Pimu, just call me Pimu. I said, no, I need to be respectful. What do I call you, Urgent? Okay, then I found out, I just call you Master Pimu.
Yeah.
Just being very respectful. He never asked for that.
No, he never has.
He never asked for that from anybody.
No.
Pimu, and that's it. He was really, really friendly, really, really humble and down to earth.
Oh, yeah.
Really humble, down to earth, and just, so yeah, the training intensified. So more people used to come and go. Every single person he told, Mandeep, PF Sprite, no good. Every single person. And that's how they knew me. Oh, you're the one who drinks Sprite. Said, yeah, I'm the one.
Yeah, I'm the man.
Yeah, exactly. So everyone he told. And so in the evening, it got a bit quiet. So I started offering free English lessons to the coffee shop people.
Oh, okay.
Just to pass the time, really.
Yeah.
So it was free lessons. So the coffee shop really was happy about it. And at first I only got 2 students. And by the end of the third month, I got 16 students.
Right.
And so the students, this is where I really got to know the Thai people as well. And because I didn't charge, they still wanted to give me something.
Right.
So one of the girls, she says, have you ridden a motorbike? I said, no, you must be crazy. Have you seen the traffic here? And she taught me to ride. It was a semi-automatic, not a full manual one like you guys ride.
Yeah.
So it was a semi-automatic. And she taught me to ride it. And she took me to the petrol station. She filled up. And she goes, here, have my bike when you need to get about.
Seriously?
Exactly.
She just give you the bike?
She just gave me the bike, obviously until I was in Thailand. And
wow.
Another one of the girls, she used to bring me food. She said, try this, this is a like different sweets. Yeah, luckily Pimu never knew about that.
I was gonna say, yeah.
But different foods, different sweets, and they all like, okay, what do you eat? What don't you eat? Vegetarian. So they all started cooking for me. So obviously if Pimu knew about this, he won't be too happy.
No.
But it just bonded so well with these students. And I saw the love they had. The girl who gave me the bike, she was only a student.
Incredible.
She was only a student, didn't have much money, but she didn't say she didn't have much money, but you could just tell.
Yeah.
You know, the way they are. And I mean, that's probably judging by wrong standards, but you could just tell. And so I had the bike for a week. I was learning how to ride myself through all the traffic, no helmet.
Yeah.
So I was in that holiday mode where nothing can happen to you.
Yeah.
Nothing can happen. You're on holiday. I'm not going to die. That'll be silly.
That's crazy. Yeah.
So I was weaving in and out of the traffic like a lunatic. I'm on this motorbike, just like nothing's going to happen, and just, you know, it's just crazy.
I mean, if people haven't been to Thailand, I mean, the traffic is horrendous in Bangkok. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
There's no
rules, there's no regulations.
No, there's no rules. Somebody once said to me, Manny, yeah, the Thais drive on the same side of the road as us in England most of the time.
Exactly.
Not all of the time. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I was a perfect proof, because if it's too much traffic, I'll go on the footpath.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
And that's how it was.
Pimu did this. I was on the back once with him, and he just went down to a junction and then went down the gutter,
Yeah,
facing traffic this way. And I was like, whoa. And he was laughing. You know, he was just laughing. He made me hold, he did this to one of my students as well. He made me hold a parasol up over his head for the sun. It was brilliant. I mean,
that's how it is.
You know, I'm so glad you're sort of talking about what he's like.
Oh, it just absolutely. But because, like I said, it was in the holiday mode. Nothing could happen to me. Nothing could knock me over.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna kill me there. Yeah, I'm on holiday. And by this time, also the cancer. I totally forgot about it. I was getting no pains.
Yeah.
So by the second month, I was getting no pains.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's just amazing, and things were good.
Yeah.
I mean, the sun's shining. I've got this motorbike. I'm weaving in and out of traffic. Nothing's gonna kill me.
Yeah.
Life is good.
Yeah.
Life is good, and so that lasted for a week. I had a motorbike for a week, and the girl comes up to me and says, "Pass me the keys to the motorbike." Politely, obviously, not like that. And I thought, oh no, okay, all right, yeah, thank you. And she brought it back. She says, "I filled it up for you." Yeah.
Well, so
I'm like, I could have done it myself. She said, no, don't be silly. I thought, wow.
Yeah.
She only went for like 5 minutes. Went to the petrol station, filled it up, brought me back the keys. I'll fill it up for you. It's like, it just, your heart opens up.
Yeah.
Your heart opens up. You to them, learning English, it's a big thing.
Oh yeah, but it's going to open doors for them, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But to be given it for free, it's like, it's a massive thing because teachers out there charge a fortune.
Oh yeah,
it's a very privileged thing to learn English.
Yeah,
because of the expense, and the amount of stuff. I only gave them a few like an hour, a couple hours every night of English.
So did you? So there's probably a lot of Thais there now speaking English with a Yorkshire accent.
Yorkshire, and sometimes I go into Brummie accent.
Oh, and Brummie, Yorkshire Brummie accent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So they'll be going, "You all right? How you doing? You're all right."
Exactly. You want a cuppa? You want a cuppa?
Get a brew on. Get a brew on.
Exactly. So it's the thing is the what they give you back in love and loyalty, it's just amazing, and that's Thais for you.
So you must have been one of the regulars in the neighborhood then by then. Because you've been there a few months.
I'm literally the only Indian in the village.
Yeah, the only Indian in the village. Yeah. So we're at the end of your second month now. You've been caught with a Sprite.
Yeah, exactly.
And then obviously you're into your third month now, which is coming towards the end of your stay. So did Pimu start ramping the training up at that point?
Oh wow. So this is where I got introduced to Gold Cup.
Oh, okay.
The Gold Cup balm. This is
okay. You explain Gold Cup balm. Go on.
So Gold Cup balm is it's a balm to heal every single injury you have.
Yeah.
You have an eye injury. You have a cut. You have a broken leg. It's Gold Cup.
Yeah.
You bulk it up with Gold Cup. Now the third week I got introduced to Gold Cup. And I went to the pharmacy to buy this Gold Cup.
Yeah.
At that time, it was about 60 pence for a big jar of Gold Cup.
Yeah.
And it's the best investment I ever made.
Yeah.
So mosquito bites, at the end of the training session, you apply it properly. It's a stronger form of Tiger Balm.
Yeah.
It's a much stronger form than Tiger Balm. It's every time I go back to Thailand now, I buy loads of it.
Do you? You still? Yeah.
I
guess it's got good memories with it as well.
It's it's got some. I'm alive because of the Gold Cup. Simple as that.
Yeah.
And I'll be able to try. So at the end of the start of the third month, I'm about 90 kilo now.
Right. So you've lost
so
seven kilos.
I've lost 7 kilo, mainly because giving up sugar.
Okay.
Mainly up giving up the fizzy drink, sugar. The third month was where I spent the whole month 1-to-1 with Pimu.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
oh,
exactly. There's nobody else there. It's a very quiet month.
Uh-huh.
We spent a lot of time together. We went to a lot of places together. We ate out together. We talked a lot. By the end of the 6 weeks or the second month, I'd grown a lot of love for Master Pimu.
Yeah.
So from day one, I used to come out, say Swaddy Cup, go to Mr. Pimu, go to Master Pimu, Swaddy Cup, respect him first, say hello to him first, then train. That's just habits. That's from day one. He always questioned me. He says, "How come you don't know Bob? Yeah. How come you don't know any of the other teachers?" I said, "I don't know. I've never done this martial art." And Cherie, and he always talks about Cherie's daughter.
Yeah, always.
Kicking with her toes.
Yeah.
And at that time, I thought, he's exaggerating. But we spent so much time together. Third month was the best month. I'm sorry, try to say this without tears in my eyes, but it's the best month I spent with him. We had laughs together. We spent a lot of time, and at that time, talking about life, talking about everything. It went deep conversations. We talking till late at night. In the morning, he never even had to knock on my door. I was up, ready, running. I got such an addiction for running.
Right.
One day I ran 56 kilometers. So 20 odd kilometers in the morning, 28 kilometers in the morning, 28 in the evening.
Wow.
He bought me a sweatsuit, a rubber suit, a full silver one.
Oh, silver.
So it's a silver sweatsuit. I'm like some alien.
Yeah.
So I'm running around in that, running down to Fashion Island and back. And this is after training.
Uh-huh.
We're at lunchtime. I get bored.
So you got obsessed with it. You got obsessed with running.
Obsessed with running. It was just absolutely a drug.
It's crazy considering you didn't. The first time
I hated it.
You hated it, yeah.
I hated running. I thought this can't be him. And so Pimu used to talk a lot with you and talked a lot with Tony. And he used to put me on the phone to Tony, and Tony introduced himself. And
yeah.
Because at the second month, I was going through. It was mentally challenging. Mentally, it's challenging. It's really tough.
Yeah.
Being in an unknown climate. And Tony helped me a lot there.
Oh, okay.
So
Tony's a good guy. Tony's one of those people that hardly anybody knows who he is, really. And yet his level of knowledge and skill and his standards are he's a good guy. I love Tony, I think.
Exactly. Yeah. So even though I didn't know the guy, never met him before, so just talking on the phone. The third month, Tony said to me, Pimu said to him that you got a lot of respect for him. You're a really good guy. Pimu was always open and honest.
Yeah.
Always open and honest. And the third month, Pimu said to me, "You're not lazy." And because he always said that to everybody, "You're lazy."
Yeah,
lazy.
Too lazy. Yeah.
Too lazy. And so the third month, I'm drilled into me. I says, "Pimu, I'm lazy." He said, "No, you're not lazy."
No.
And I kind of nearly broke down when he said that. It's like, for him to say that to me, and for him to tell Tony that, you know, and Tony said to him, you're looking after Pimu really well. He talks very highly of you. And that just like, wow, you got a lump in your throat, your heart's opened up, and it's like, Yeah, it's an amazing time. The third month, the training was tough.
Yeah.
I loved it. At one stage, I did 12 rounds with B.
Oh, okay.
12 rounds on the pads. These rounds are 5 minutes each.
Yeah, 5-minute rounds.
Yeah, on the pads. I was literally straddling back, like really about to fall down. That's where Gold Cup came in. So Gold Cup would be on my mustache.
Yeah, under your nose.
On top of my eyes, on my forehead. And he'd push me back in. Pimu would push me back into the pads. He brought me in a good way because I was loving it. But he trained me to death. Absolutely trained me to the max. My water limit was half a liter now.
Oh, he got you down to half a liter.
So half a liter for a whole day.
So by the end of the 3 months, how much weight had you lost?
By the end of 3 months, I was 79 kilos.
So let's just recap. 97 you started and you finished at 79.
Yes.
Wow.
Exactly. Yeah. I was fit as a fiddle. My standing heartbeat was 46 beats a minute.
Yeah.
My blood pressure was absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
Sugars were great. I was fit as a fiddle. But it's health puts high to health. The bond I got with Pimu, the bond we made is just amazing. And it's only the third month. I was only kicking with the right leg.
Okay.
I didn't even do left leg.
No left. Okay.
The left leg was going to be the year after.
Oh, you're going to work that. Yeah.
And because he wanted it perfecting, it wasn't about just kicking. He wanted it perfecting. No. And you, like the stance, I had perfected it so much. Everything was just down to a T.
Yeah.
Down to a T. So yeah.
That's the key. This is the key to superior Thai boxer. It's working those fundamentals, and I think you were fortunate in that you met Pimu and you got over that initial hurdle of like, this is just horrendous, Yeah. A lot of people do exactly what you felt like. Even after a couple of days, they go, "Oh, this is boring," Yeah. And I've said to them, I said, if you stick with that, you'll not only be a great Thai boxer, you'll also have built a great relationship with a great bloke.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is why I think Pimu had time for everybody, but certain people you would just immediately click with,
Exactly.
And that's people who gave it their all, Yeah. And commitment,
Yeah. He knew that. He could see that in people.
Yeah.
He could see that, and he had that sense. His training was unorthodox. He didn't train by the book. He did things, and you question it. He'd explain it properly why he's done it this way.
Yeah.
And it all made sense. The way he trained, the way he taught.
Yeah.
And he was always thinking, this is what just made him a legend. He was always thinking of how to improve the technique. And this is what I saw when I trained with you. It's not about being rigid.
No.
It's about improving the techniques all the time.
Yeah.
And because I know you spent a lot of time with him, and you've got the same training ethics and training habits as him, where you're always improving.
Methodology, really. I mean, my Thai boxing really transformed when I met him. It completely changed the way I teach, the way I think about Thai boxing. I mean, he is without doubt the single biggest influence for me teaching Muay Thai, which is why I always recommended him. And when he was gone, it was not just a great loss personally, but to the camp and everybody who trained with him,
Yeah, I think there's a loss to the Thai boxing world.
Oh, totally. Yeah.
It's a massive loss. And
sadly, he wasn't as well known as he should have been.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he wasn't a self-publicist. He was never a self-publicist,
He's big-hearted. Very big-hearted, generous.
Terrible businessman. Terrible businessman.
Exactly, yeah. True. But there's so much more we could talk about on this one.
Yeah. Well, look, I mean, we're obviously coming to the end of the hour, and you've come at this point to the end of your first sort of 3-month period with Pimu.
That's
and
right.
it obviously comes across that, you know, you love the guy, you were very close. And I know for a fact there's a lot more interesting stuff to come.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. So I think we'll finish it there.
Okay.
We're definitely going to do a part 2 and probably a part 3.
Good.
I want to talk more about your training, obviously, with Pimu. And I know some of your like personal stories you've got, you're traveling and things like that, because that's pretty important as well. I want people to check out your website, you know, gaygort.com. You can't forget that. It'll be I'll put it in the description box at the bottom anyway, you know. And I mean, some of the pictures have got on. Anyway, go and check out Manny's website. The pictures are amazing, and you can see all the marvelous places he's been, as well as Thailand. But obviously Thailand, I think, is one of the places that had the most impact on you.
Yes.
In terms of personal relationships with people.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think you said it to me, saved your life, you know, which is no small thing.
But I know you don't like it as well. You're pretty humble. It's all down to you, Bob.
Well,
I'm not just saying this. I've said this to people behind your back. It is down to because at the end of the day, if it wasn't that first meet, I probably would not be here today.
Well, you know,
so thank you so much for that.
I do appreciate it, but
and things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's more to go on that one.
Oh, definitely. Well, look, Manny, I'm going to close it now. I just want to say thanks to everybody who's going to listen to this, and check out gaygort.com and wait for part 2. I know I can't wait. I've got lots of stories about Pimu, but I like to hear other people talk about them as well. So I'm glad we've shared an experience with somebody, you know, who was important. So, Manny, I'll see you soon, mate. And
I think
enjoy France. Enjoy France.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks. I think it's also important to say that, especially on his birthday.
Oh yeah, today
it's a great
birthday. So it's really sort of in Thailand. It would be auspicious that we had a meeting chatting about Pimu on the day of his birthday. In Thailand, they're very superstitious. It's a very auspicious day. So couldn't have had better timing.
Of course.
Okay. Kop kun kap.